What's up, strong and courageous family? Today I'm making this video because somebody out there needs to know that God is a provider. I'm gonna tell you a story. Back in the early 2000s, I was working for a company called Kinko's. Kinko's is a place you could go to where you can make copies, you can do all kind of special projects, calendars, copies, yearbooks, photo books, all kind of stuff, right? It's called FedEx Office now. FedEx bought them out. And I was working at the Kinko's in Burbank. We had a whole lot of fun there. I was always seeing celebrities there. I remember I used to see Kim Fields was there all the time. Kid from Kid and Play was always there. And Kalita Smith was there. I remember when she was there, she was doing this audition for this show. It was the Bernie Mac show, and she was so excited about it. She was telling me about it, and she ended up getting the role, and she killed it. She was one of my regular customers, and she was always very nice. And yeah, I was helping all these celebrities and all these people with these big projects, you guys, and it was a fun job, but I was making minimum wage. My manager came and she told us, she said, don't worry about making minimum wage because if you guys do good, you'll get a raise. She was like, we reward people who do good here. And so I learned all these machines. I learned how to do all these projects. And I used to get all these compliments from the customers. They used to write these customer care cards, and everybody was always talking about how awesome Jamal was at customer service. So I learned all these machines, and my manager used to call me in and have me do these special projects. I used to love it. Y'all, time came for me to get my my raise. And I got a 25-cent raise. And I'm like, what? I did all this work for a 25-cent raise? I'm like, all right, fine, 25-cent raise. The next week, they cut my hours. And I'm like, this is a scam. What kind of scam is this? It's a scam and a half. I did all this work, learning all these machines, getting all these customer care cards, got a 25-cent raise, and then my hours got cut. So I'm actually making less. One day, my manager called me into the office, and I didn't think anything of it because she always called me into the office. I thought she just had another project for me to do. But when I got to the office, she was in there, and the assistant manager was in there. Now, if you guys don't know anything about me, I'm very silly. I like to laugh. I don't take things too seriously. If you see me and my family together, we always just laughing and having a good time. So I walk into the office, I see the manager and the assistant manager, and I smiled and I said, y'all about to fire me? I was like, what'd I do? And the manager, she put her head down and she cried, and she was like, no, Jamal. She's like, I'm not firing you. She said, but I have to lay you off. She said, we having a problem with our budget, and since you're a part-time worker, we got to lay off all our part-time workers. She was like, do you want to work full-time? I said, I can't work full-time. At the time, I was a student, and I was working part-time, so I couldn't work full-time. And so she was like, I have to lay you off. And she was crying. And I looked at my manager and I said, it's going to be all right. I'm like consoling her. It's going to be all right. She said, you going to be all right? I said, yes. God has always provided for me, and he will provide for me now. And I had a big smile on my face. And she looked at me and said, you really believe that? I said, yes. He's always provided for me my whole life. She said, so what are you going to do? I said, I have no idea. This just happened right now. But God will provide. Everything is going to be all right. And my manager looked at me and said, I've never done this before. She said, but I'm about to help you find a job. And she started calling all these other Kinko's across the town, saying, do you need anybody to hire? Because I got an employee that I have to lay off, but he's a really good employee. And she called a few of them, and nobody was hiring. But she finally found this one who was hiring, and I got the job. She hooked me up. But before I got the job, I asked her, said, can you tell them that I'm making about 75 cents more than what I was making here? And she was like, yeah, I could do that for you. And I thought about it. I said, how about $1.50? Can you tell them I'm making $1.50 more? And she said, don't push it. Y'all, and I just want to let you guys know that God still provides. He has provided me with a great career now, and I'm making a lot more than minimum wage. Thanks to my godmother Lori for guiding me into the right path of a career. I have a family now. I have 2 children. I have a wife, and God has been good. God has provided me also with my strong and courageous family. Last time that I checked, I had 631 subscribers, and I'm grateful for every single one of y'all. And maybe one day I'll get monetized. That's my dream. I would love to get monetized to continue to spread my positive and encouraging content. Hey, my name is Jamal. I'm strong and courageous, and I just want to say thank you guys for checking out this video. God bless.
Your boy keep winning, I don't lose. I just want you to know you can do it too. When life gets hard, I don't fall apart. I always keep my head up, I got God.